safe area.
Well, welcome to Shadow Gaming and good morning. This is the State of the Game recap for December 4th, 2019. Now, there wasn't much on this State of the Game, and there will be one next week. And they want to follow up with one of these beta features that they're putting out. So stay tuned for a recap on that next week. So title update 6.1 will be dropping December 10th. And they're going to have Silent Night Apparel event, which is going to be on the 10th. Now, I'm going to get some screenshots to show you on this video of the apparel that is coming to the Silent Night. One of them is a Santa hat, and then they have a Santa, Christmas-themed gun. They said that it would be really dumb but amazing. And then also, they have these 4 new just awesome looking outfits that are coming out with title update 6.1 with the apparel keys. Now, switching to the apparel keys, now every 3 field proficiency caches that you get a key. So level up 3 times, you get a key instead of the random drops. So that'll probably make it a lot easier to be able to just boom, I level up 3 times, I get a key, guaranteed. And I don't know if they're just going to keep the same system in place as well, so it gives you an even better chance, but with microtransactions and whatnot, probably not. For all the people that are on Xbox, if you bought it on disc, they're fixing that with title update 6.1, dropping on December 10th. You will now be able to install it with a disc. And as everyone knows, the Negotiator's Dilemma gear set piece, that is going to get either nerfed or tweaked. Hopefully tweaked a little bit, but probably nerfed. Either way, they said changes to the Negotiator's Dilemma on title update 6.1. But yeah, one of these, or a few of these actually, apparels that you can get from the apparel caches, they actually have just awesome looking black hoodies with the hood up. And I know there's not many hoodies in this game with the hood up, and there wasn't any, or maybe one, in the Division 1. So I'm really happy about that. The raid still doesn't have a date. Title update 7 still has no release date. PvP and the DZ don't have any new updates, but they said they're working on it, and every agent knows what that means. So, sorry to all the PvPers, and sorry to everyone for the DZ. Hamish was really excited about a YOLO black hat that you'll be able to get in the apparel event. But for the meat of the conversation of the state of the game, they are going to have a beta ready, and I believe it might be ready next week. I'm not sure. I'll double check. But it's coming very soon or next week. They're going to have a beta called Hardcore Mode. With the Hardcore Mode, you cannot be revived. You start off with, I believe you start off with all your gear or nothing and just go. If you die, your character literally gets deleted. So there's going to be a hardcore mode. So you're going to have a free character slot to do the hardcore mode. And before they release it, like I said before, there will be a beta on it to try it out. And for right now, there's no leaderboards on it, but could be in the future. It all really depends on how the beta goes, the community reaction. I'm going to really like it, I'm sure, because it's something new. But, I mean, it's kind of like survival, You start off with nothing, and you build your way up. But the only problem is survival is maybe an hour long, maybe hour and 15 minutes long. I wouldn't want to start a whole new game with no gear and level 1 and then get all the way to gear score 500 without dying once. But I would like to try, and if I heard correctly, I believe you start off... No, you don't. You start off with nothing, but it's still worth trying, you know? And maybe they could fix it to where, if it were me, I would make it more like survival. Just keep it at maybe gear score 500. Just keep it at level 1, and you have to go through, I don't know, 1 through 30, and you can't die once. But, you know, you don't get to save anything, and everything that you pick up, you know, you really... It should be like survival, but just expanded more upon and have more RPG elements to it, like you know, more crafting stuff to it, and just, I don't know. I really like survival. I've been playing it a lot lately. Sorry, but the hardcore mode looks good, and it looks really good for the actual hardcore players, like myself, but the only problem I have is exactly how they're going to implement it. They didn't go into exact specifics, and I hope that they implement it good, and my biggest hope is that they make changes to it mostly based off of what the community says, because we as the community know what's best for this game, or at least we know what we want, and we want something like survival, good replayable content, and this hardcore mode could be that. In survival, when you died, and that was it, game over, gotta restart the whole thing. Even if you shot the flare, the hunter came and the hunter killed you after an hour and 1 minute of playing, you're dead and you lose everything. That was fine. Awesome mode. But I'm ecstatic to figure out exactly how they're going to implement this and how much better it gets down the road or worse, depending on if they listen to us and they know that, you know, we want content like this, but done right. They asked a few questions, and one of them was who controls the power grid. And in short, the JTF controls the power grid, kind of like a skeleton crew. And also they asked about this little thing that I'll put a screenshot up for. And it just basically shows you how many hostages you've saved. It's not really important. And then finally, let's see. Next week, there'll be another state of the game, but there won't be any announcements that, you know, even matter. So I'll recap it anyway, just in case something might pop up. But I mean, I don't know. They said no announcements, so we'll see what happens. Title Update 7 still has no release date, and it seems like they're bored of their own game at this point. They talked about loot for about 4 or 5 minutes, and even Frederick Thailander, a great guy that works at Massive, definitely is good with the community too, said that he isn't even happy with the loot system, so they're, in quotations, working on it. So I would guess probably in the next couple of months or so we might get a loot 2.0 situation going on, hopefully. So I'm definitely excited for this hardcore mode beta that's going to be coming out soon. I'm definitely excited for that. And I'm really excited for the apparel event as well. I'll make sure to pop up the screenshots of the apparel items. And honestly, I thought this was a decent state of the game. I recorded the 43 minutes of it, but oh my gosh, the video was just laggy and horrible. And I don't want to take their content, so I'll just run gameplay or something in the background and show you guys some screenshots, maybe at the beginning or during when I'm talking about it. But either way, I think the highlights of the state of the game is the awesome new apparel that's coming out, and of course the hardcore mode beta that's coming out. And that title update 6.1 is coming out on December 8th, 2019. Sorry, December 10th, 2019. So agents, thank you for listening and watching. Please hit like, comment, subscribe, share. I'm trying to get out there and do my best, and I love this game so much, and I hope to see it get better and better. I've been playing since the Division 1 beta, put over 4,000 hours into the Division 1, and the Division 2 is already at a little over 1,000 hours, and it's starting to get boring. And honestly, I mean, it's that Division burnout, but it's not because it's a bad game. It's because there's no new content, and there really isn't much else to do right now. So hopefully title update 6.1 will, in this apparel event and the Christmas thing, all this apparel and this new weapon and everything, all that will at least sustain us a little bit until they can give us something that is worthwhile. But that hardcore mode seems the most promising thing I've seen on the state of the game since title update 6 came out. Alright agents, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Have a wonderful day, afternoon, or night. Goodbye. Alright guys, so here is all the apparel that's going to be in the Snowball holiday apparel event that starts on December 10th. So the first photo looks really nice. He's wearing one of these four with the black hoodie up. I absolutely love it. Next one we got, the Situation Snowball starting December 10th. You get the Santa hat and then the Tommy gun with that nice weapon skin. And I think that's it. And I remember him saying that that gun is going to be dumb, but really, really good in a dumb way. I don't know what that means just yet. And next, we got the HARRIER. So that's a like gray hoodie with the hoodie up. That one looks really nice as well. Next one is Midnight. That looks pretty cool. Not as good as the first two, but still looks good. And you get a mask with it. Looks like that one, kind of like the trench mask from the original Division 1. Somewhat similar. Next we got the Scavenger. The jeans look pretty cool. Shirt looks pretty cool. But I don't know. It's up to you guys. I'm not a big guy. I'm wearing construction hats on my action video games. But hey, get bored enough, or I don't know. But either way, or you like it. Either way. That's the Scavenger. And finally, my favorite one, the Reaper. That's the black hoodie that you saw in the first, but from the front, holding that P416, probably with a perfect spark, berserk, yada yada build, and the skull mask, and wow. So this apparel event is going to be worth it. And I remember, guys, that the apparel keys are now going to be dropping every 3 field pro efficiency caches. So every 3 levels up, every 3 field pro efficiency caches, you get a key. Alright guys, have a wonderful, wonderful day.